cleaning fuel pumps. Got this 35. I've had this here for a while. I sold the guy a 35 and he had the same engine. This is it. And last winter I sold it to him, but I just haven't gotten to it yet. What happened was he brought me this one and bought the other one. And so what's going on with it is that, like, there's a water jacket failure or something, and the water's making its way into the pistons. So it's making its way to that chamber, and he noticed the spark plugs were kind of wet with water. So he immediately, luckily, he just didn't use it, squirted it down with oil, and got the water out of it. So when I got it, I sprayed it. You know, I might do it again, but I gotta basically do I gotta order a power head set, and I don't know, you know, there's that plate right there is the water jacket plate, and then there's a head gasket back here, and I gotta remove it from the cowling, so then you got the gaskets that are underneath. And so anyway, I'm gonna have to completely, you know, break it down. When it's, you know, it's no big deal. I gotta pull the power head in order to get that side plate off. And I just haven't gotten around to it. See, it's, you know, part of the shifting mechanism is in the way, so you can't take that cowl off. Right, so you just have to pull the power head. I have great lighting in here, but the first thing I'll do is take the lower unit off, just make it easier, especially installing it. So I'll take that off, and then you got to take this beauty piece off, and then there's a bunch of bolts under here, and I'm going to remove a bunch of the cowling on top. Maybe some of this I might go ahead and mark, and it just, you know, no big deal. But see, we got our trigger, and you know, there's I took the rectifier off, but it's got a harness. You could probably get away with leaving the starter in. You know, I don't know. I might just break it down. I don't have to take the carbs off or anything. So anyway, that's the plan. Ripping and tearing. A little plastic piece kind of pops up. And I get a bag and put all this stuff in. That way I can just label it as I go, so I don't have to fight figuring out what goes to where. It's not really a fight. So might as well, I don't really have to take the prop off, so no reason to do that. Getting that trim tab off. Yeah. Alright, there's that. That goes in the bag. So I think it's 5/8 or something, 9/16. Got some long sockets, so that might be good. Really? This is really, wasn't even hardly on there. So I got these couple of these long sockets that was from my Uncle Jim's kit too. And so I got those 2 bolts off. Now we need to get these off. I like this one. It's a Mac Tools, and you know it's just really. Put this in my stand over here. And then set it back down. Well, I got it up in the air. I can take this beauty piece off. There's like 4 screws. I'm gonna put this in the same bag. Because as soon as I have this off, then I can drop it. It's got 2 on each side. And like that comes off. And then I'm going to put this someplace where it won't get all messed up. Because it is a really clean motor. Alright, so that's all one bag. And then of course we got, we got a couple of looks like ground wires, so just take them loose now. Might as well. Oh, that one's in there. Yeah, that just broke. Okay, that's alright. I got another ground wire. That gets us all these bolts. I can set it down now, and you can see this side's so we can see that the ground wires are broken on this side, and we got a nice little mud dauber nest here. So maybe I get a bucket or something and knock that all off, and then I'll set it down. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this back beauty piece off, and 1/2 inch. Like this. 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. Yeah, 1/2 inch. Thanks for liking my videos and everything. And everything. Trying to stay busy. I got so much stuff to do. It's kind of ridiculous. Kind of slows me down a little bit to do the videos. I gotta think about what I'm working on. Alright. So then this should just lift out. I gotta take that bolt off. And I mean, I could take this off with a, you know, my impact gun, but it seems like when I do that, it kind of strips out. Strips the bolt out. So I stopped doing that. What the heck is going on with this? Kind of messed up. So I've just been doing it by hand because I don't know if it's my gun or me or the way the bolts are designed. It's too much torque. So a good idea would be like you could adjust your torque on those. So now this should just come out. Oh, got a spark plug it away. So that's number one. Pretty easy to distinguish. And may even still take the bottom plug out. That's fine. I can take the plugs out anyway. Yeah, I like this for taking these plugs bottom way out. I can get this around there. And once it's loose, I can just take the plug out, you know. He's got BUHWs in it. Whoops. Anyway, this comes off. Set that up with the other beauty piece. And then maybe, what next? So you got to take the water tube off. And it's a screwdriver. Come out of there. Come out of there! So you got this screw, and then I'm going to put these bolts back, even though, well, I'm not going to do it with that way I don't have to throw them in much, but that way I know where they are. It's kind of a pain to go finding them. See, like I took that out, that shroud out, and it's got a bolt in it. I would have lost that. I probably would have lost it. I got more somewhere. Alright, so now that's loose. Okay, I made a little diagram of the switch box wiring. And I also took a picture. So I'm going to take all these off on the top. Sorry, when you're doing this, just be careful when you pop these back up, because they're going to be kind of, you know, it's corroded. Yeah. We clean these all up. Alright, put these in a bag. I got a smaller Ziploc bag. Put these in. Alright, I got that all done. So then we're just going to follow our wiring back. Make sure that, you know. So got a clip there. This little tie wrap. Come on out of there. And then all my wiring, that'll be pretty much loose. Maybe it's easier to just take it out. Probably. Make sure it's not a nut underneath there. No. I can just take that out, I guess. Wherever my screwdriver went. Probably don't have to do this, but I'm just going to do it. Alright, now I can see what's going on. Now I can take this front plate off. Alright, so yeah. Oh, that's right. We'll take these two top bolts off first. Powder. Well, it looks like we got a ground wire. So we got two wires on the solenoid that I gotta take off. There. Okay. And there. So core 7/16. On there. That's connected to, I guess, this is just a ground wire. It's connected to this solenoid. I'm going to put this right back where I found it. And then we got to take off that 7/16. I think. Yeah. Now it should come right off. Yeah, we gotta disconnect this too. That'd be hot coming from the switch. And it looks like we're gonna have to do the yellow, black. It's coming off here, so I might as well just do that now. And I had a man, that's too big. Okay. 3/8 isn't it? Probably this odd size, 11/32 or something. Wonder how you're doing over there. Come off of there. Alright, so we're almost done. Take that off. Make sure we're good here. So now what we got? Okay, so we got the choke that's underneath here. We'll have to get off. That should be 3/8. Probably can't really see this. Oh, I heard something. That's right, I want. I've got that. Probably been easier if I would have just and that's off. What a pain. May just hook this solenoid back up when I put it on. That all comes off. This gets set to the side. Okay, I gotta take those 2 bolts off of the front of the carburetor, the choke assembly. And the reason that I need to do that is because this plastic piece that's down here, okay, that would be in the way. So if I take this off, then whenever I rock this or whatever, then it'll be, it won't damage that plastic piece. So you gotta take this little screw off, and there's a nut usually behind it. You know what, I got a little thing for this. I got a little thing for that. It's in that warrior kit. Yeah. And it's a pain to get back on. Where's my... I don't know what size it is. Ah, it's 3/8. Lifts off, and then you got a couple pieces there. That holds that bottom piece for coming back. Get that out of there. And then the next thing I want to do is I got some old fuel in there, looks like. So that needs to come off. Hopefully. Well, it was. Something in the way back there, yeah, on the oil line. And that's the old filter. I mean, it doesn't smell terrible, but that's really old fuel. So I'm gonna leave that off for now. And put that in that same bag as well. And then these 2 lines, this is your inlet, so we need to take that off. Right there. And I need my good snips for that. Alright, so I could take this fuel line from here, or I could take it from where the starter is down there. And I kind of like the idea of doing it down here, because even though it's kind of a pain in the ass, this is plastic. I could try it, see what happens, but these are plastic, so to make that one easy, I'm going to take this one off as well. And I'm going to take my channel locks and just kind of twist it real easy like. Man, they will. They'll break on you easy. Now, if you do break one of these, then I would say the best thing to do is like, see, because this one's real hard to get to. This is usually the one you'll break, is the one in the back. But I got it off. Be real careful with them. If you do break it, just put an inline filter in it. Go get one from the auto parts place and put an inline filter and call it a day. But now that gets us loose, and we can leave the fuel pump connected to the carburetor, so we're fine there. And then for weight, if I want to, I can maybe take this starter out, but I don't know if I remember right. We don't have a lot of room. It's got to come out a certain way, and I'm gonna try to leave it if I can. I don't think this thing weighs that much, so I'm gonna try that. But then I'll turn this around, and we got to get all the bolts from underneath here, and then the power head should come right off. Okay, literally there's like 6 bolts. There's 3 on each side. Now the Merc 50s, you know, they had like 8 bolts. And then they had a bolt in the back. These 35, I think there's only 6. Then I had 1 bolt, you can see it, before previously. It's kind of marred up, so it's hard to get on and off. I got some other bolts. I'll probably replace that one because you'll spend 20 minutes, I swear, getting those bolts off of there. And I have this little Mac 7/16. Now, should be able to just kind of, you know, take this thing and rock it or so. See if it'll come off. Probably not. May have to. Okay, so what I decided to do, I had this for my motor lift stand. It's just I got it with a kit. Anyway, I put this little elbow on here, and I took off where the thermostat, that would be like a thermostat housing, but there's no thermostat in it. I'm going to check and see about that. But then on the front, I don't really have any place to tie onto. I have another one of those right here, but there's just not any place to grab a hold of. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll this outside. Like tomorrow, today, I don't know. But I've got my lift, just an engine lift. I'll lift it in the back. That should crack that enough that maybe I can rock this back and forth and then just get it off. I did take the starter out. Starter is just 2 bolts, and there's a piece that goes here, and so then you just get behind it, pry a little bit gently, and it'll pop right out. And I just set it over there on the ground. For now, I got these pieces that I'm going to put somewhere. I had to go find where all my pieces were for this, so